She told you she wanted a man who was emotionally open, who could talk about his feelings, who wasn't closed off like the others. You believed her. You became that man. And somewhere along the way, she stopped being attracted to you. This isn't about her lying. She meant it when she said it. Understanding why it still went wrong is one of the most important things a man in his 30s and 40s can get clear on, because until you do, you'll keep solving the wrong problem. Here's what she actually meant when she said she wanted a sensitive man. She meant she wanted a man who could feel things without being controlled by them. A man who could sit with her pain without panicking. Who could name what was happening emotionally in a conversation without making her responsible for managing his reaction to it. Who had enough self-awareness to know when he was off and enough groundedness to come back without drama. That sensitivity in the form that creates attraction. Here's what most men hear when she says it. They hear, share more, open up faster, make sure she knows what you're feeling so she doesn't think you're closed off. And so they do. They lead with vulnerability before trust has been built. They process their emotions out loud in the early stages of dating, when what she actually needs in those moments is to feel that he's solid. They make her the container for feelings she hasn't yet signed up to hold. That's not sensitivity, that's emotional outsourcing. And it feels completely different to a woman on the receiving end of it. Genuine sensitivity is self-possessed. It knows when to speak and when to hold. It can feel the weight of something without immediately needing to put that weight down in someone else's hands. The man who cries at the right moment, because something genuinely moved him, is attractive. The man who needs to share every feeling he's having about the relationship in the first 3 weeks because he needs reassurance that she's still in. That's not sensitivity. That's anxiety wearing sensitivity's clothes. And here's the part that's hard to hear but worth understanding. Women can feel the difference instantly. Not because they're cruel, because emotional attunement is something women develop early and use constantly. She knows whether you're sharing because you're genuinely open or whether you're sharing because you need something from her. The first feels like intimacy. The second feels like pressure. So what does healthy sensitivity actually look like in practice? It looks like being able to say, "That mattered to me," without needing her to fix it. It looks like noticing when she's struggling and asking one good question instead of offering 5 solutions. It looks like having enough emotional vocabulary to stay in a hard conversation without shutting down or spiraling. It looks like being the steady one, not because you don't feel things, but because your feelings don't run you. The men women describe as genuinely emotionally attractive aren't the ones who share the most. They're the ones who feel deeply and carry it well, who are present without being needy, who are open without being destabilized. That's the version of sensitivity she was asking for. And it's available to you, not by feeling less, but by becoming the kind of man who knows what to do with what he feels. Now, there's a specific behavior that separates those men from the ones who are still struggling. It's something most men were never taught, and it shows up in the very first conversations with a woman they're interested in. The next video is about exactly that, why grown men don't explain themselves, and why that one shift changes how she sees you from the very first interaction. It's on screen now. I'll see you there.